mad men, mad women, mad marketing skills. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 slogans.
Can you hear me now? Good.
For this list, we're focusing on legitimate advertising campaigns and not popular phrases like, "That's hot."
That's hot.
We're also excluding all fast food and soft drink slogans, so you won't find Mickey D's, Subway's,
Eat fresh.
Wendy's,
Where's the beef?
or even Red Bull on our list.
Red Bull gives you wings!
Number 10, I Want My MTV, MTV.
Demand your MTV. I want my MTV.
I want my MTV.
On August 1st, 1981, a musical phenomenon hit the airwaves. And soon after, VHS tapes were being shared among friends.
I want my MTV.
Everybody had to see their favorite artist on MTV, and the network naturally responded with a brilliant campaign that encouraged cable providers to get with it.
Call your cable company and say, "I want my MTV!"
I Want My MTV became a catchphrase for anyone vaguely familiar with popular music, and the network's marketing campaign ensured a mutual bond between the artist and consumer.
I want my MTV.
It even became a Sting lyric in a Dire Straits song. That's when you know your slogan's a big deal. Number 9. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Maybelline.
Maybe she's born with it.
Believe it or not, Maybelline was founded by a 19-year-old man named Tom Lyle Williams in 1915. And 76 years later, the famous tagline was introduced to the world.
Maybe she's born with it.
With a touch of mystery and the insinuation of natural beauty, Maybelline served up a slogan that had women enraptured in the early 90s, while speaking the poetic words in public or from the comfort of their own home. Of course, the phrase drastically altered life for all women named Maybelline.
Maybe it is them, or maybe it is me, or maybe it's Maybelline.
It behooves us to throw a shout out to Clairol's Does She or Doesn't She? Only Her Hairdresser Knows For Sure campaign as well.
Does she or doesn't she? With Miss Clairol hair color so natural, only her hairdresser knows for sure.
Number 8, the best a man can get, Gillette.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Everybody loves a good rhyme, and everybody needs a good shave. You know who you are.
It's like baby skin. It is. It's just like baby skin when you finish shaving.
Regardless, when a man is using 3, 4, or even 5 blades to remove that 5 o'clock shadow, he naturally needs the best he can get. And Gillette spoke to any man capable of growing facial hair with 6 comforting words. The company has been mocked by Saturday Night Live and The Onion over the years for their multi-blade products. But hey, they're probably jealous of the genius slogan. And who doesn't want a 10-blade razor?
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Number 7, it's in the game, EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
In 1991, Electronic Arts began developing sports video games, and gamers of all ages anxiously awaited the process of buying the product, ripping off the plastic, turning the power on, and hearing those remarkable words. This slogan is the "Let's get ready to rumble" for video sports fanatics.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And even if you've never actually played an EA game, you've undoubtedly heard the phrase over and over and over. Spoken by Andrew Anthony, It's in the Game has transcended the video game experience by appearing in daily conversations across the globe.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Number 6, Think Small, Volkswagen Beetle.
Just about everyone will be telling you about this great new idea. To think small. It is a great idea.
You've heard the phrase go big or go home, but that concept doesn't apply to everything in life, especially when you're driving a Volkswagen Beetle, unless you are in fact going home in one. Created by a gentleman named Helmut Krohn, with the assistance of advertising legend Julian Koenig, Think Small led consumers to conceptually focus on the idea of smaller cars, and the point was driven home through the minimalistic print ads. As tough guy cars reigned supreme during the post-World War II era, it was this slogan that changed everything and allowed men to feel comfortable in itty-bitty vehicles. Number 5, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm Insurance.
Stuff take. Oh, what is going on in here?
It's okay, relax. Watch this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This slogan has become so popular in the 21st century that it's become almost a summons for a magic genie for people needing insurance.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
By infusing a little comedy and youth into their commercials, State Farm has found a permanent place in the subconscious of consumers. And it's all thanks to their catchy jingle.
The jingle! Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there!
Hey, guys.
Do it again.
Whatever you need can be achieved by casually speaking those magic words. And somebody from State Farm will be there to help you out or maybe become your new friend.
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
State Farm is there all the time. They are the big brothers of insurance. Of course, you're in good hands with Allstate Insurance, too.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Number 4, don't leave home without it. American Express.
American Express traveler's checks wherever you go. Don't leave home without them.
By incorporating celebrities into their ad campaigns, beginning with the great Karl Malden, American Express makes consumers feel like somebody important in their own right, especially when they have a trusty American Express card in hand.
The American Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
Their slogan has infiltrated pop culture in such a way that it was used as the basis for a joke in The Sopranos.
Don't leave home without.
And Waylon Jennings even made reference to the phrase in the final episode of The Dukes of Hazzard.
Boss, you got shot in your credit card.
You are one lucky man.
Lucky boss didn't leave home without them.
They ruined my credit card!
All American Express really killed it with this one.
Don't leave home without it.
Then again,
there are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's credit and debit MasterCard.
Number 3, what happens here stays here. R&R partners for the city of Las Vegas.
Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Except for herpes. That shit'll come back with you.
It's no secret that people love getting crazy in Sin City, and Las Vegas has an extensive history of hosting unique personalities. Bugsy Siegel introduced his tough guy brand of business back in the 40s, and by the 60s, Howard Hughes was buying property. In fact, it was former vice president of the Howard Hughes Corporation and president of R&R Partners Mark Brown, who was responsible for developing Vegas's famous phrase, and thus allowing visitors to lose their inhibitions. All Vegas needs now is a slogan for the flight home.
I don't care what happens. I don't care if we kill someone.
What?
You heard me. It's Sin City.
Number 2, a diamond is forever. The De Beers Group of Companies.
How else could 2 months' salary last forever? A diamond is forever. De Beers.
Created by Francis Garrity of N.W. Ayer & Son in the late 40s, this romantic phrase has long been equated with love and commitment.
There are 2 things in the world that last longer than time. Love is one of them. A diamond is forever.
After all, diamonds are a girl's best friend, and they certainly last longer than a dozen roses. With only 4 words, De Beers managed to mix the exquisite with the infinite, and gave the world a slogan that could easily manipulate any relationship.
I love this man. I love him, I love him, I love him.
It's based on a universal truth, and it's the starting point for lovers to financially confirm their affections.
The rock is still alive every time I rhyme. Forever, ever, forever, ever, 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 ever.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Save money, live better. Walmart.
The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Number 1, Just Do It, Nike.
That was nice. Good luck with that.
There comes a point in everybody's life when these 3 words take on a higher meaning.
What if I was just a basketball player? Can you imagine it? I can.
Some associate the slogan with Michael Jordan, and those familiar with the backstory know that it's connected to the notorious American killer Gary Gilmore.
Gilmore's status as a symbol was inevitable. His execution paved the way for the hundreds that have followed since Gilmore uttered his unforgettable phrase, "Let's do it."
Whatever the case, Just Do It made a splash upon its first appearance in American pop culture in the late 80s, and it's now an international selling point for Nike sneakers, clothing, and pro athletes.
Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
Do you agree with our list?
Can you hear me now? Good.
What's your favorite slogan?
It's the quicker, thicker, picker-upper.
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
See, what happens in Vegas, you pay for when you get back home.